technically, I am Hollywood royalty. Um, Hello, my cherished ducklings. How are you? My cherished global ducklings. We're very global right now. So, oh, my little backdrop thing is uneven. There we go. Hello, darlings. We're going to jump in with the psychic tarot weather today. Um, it's just like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. And I'm going to pull three cards. And even if you're just passing through and you're hearing this show or watching this show without even meaning to, and shame on you, you should be meaning to, these cards still apply to you. Uh, so the first card is for the beginning of the week, which is today. The second card is for the second part of the week, which is like the weekend, and you're getting the hang of this. The third part is for the last few days of this week, ending on Wednesday. First card is interesting. It's a planning card. And this card, if you'll notice, this guy is sneaking out of an enemy camp with a lot of swords. And the reason this means good planning is that there is going to be a big bloody battle. That's hard to say. Big bloody battle. Toy boat, on the morrow. But since he's snuck into the enemy camp and stolen all their swords, there's not going to be a big bloody battle. Everything's going to be fine. And P.S., got a lot of nice new swords. So what this means is that you might be a little resentful because you might be have been planning for other people when you didn't have to, as well as for yourself. But planning is going to work out. It's also a good harbinger for any new plans you might have. The second card is the extended family card. So you might be spending time with your extended family or your non-extended family. But if you notice, there's an older guy and there's a younger couple, and there are some dogs, which symbolize either loyalty or the fact that dogs are cool. So you're going to be either talking to or spending time with your extended family or perhaps somebody else's. This can also, just so you know, being a merry and rich card, that's about 20% of the time, but I'm holding out for that 20%. Woohoo! Okay, I love doing that. The last card, this is the earned happiness card, the Nine of Cups. As you'll see, the tarot is pretty much all about funny hats. And this guy is wearing a funny hat and sitting in front of a dais of 9 golden cups. Each of these cups represents a part of life that you have worked very hard to make good. So that's family, health, romance, your living situation, your job, and 4 other cup areas that I'm just going to let you think of. Hi, Joan in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. I'll be with you in a minute. Take the time while you're waiting to breathe deeply and think of your question. Okay. And so that's the psychic weather. To sum up, you're going to be planning something which is going to work out well. It might be for yourself and others. You're going to be spending time with or talking to family and extended family. And the third is you're coming into a time of real, genuine happiness that you've earned. Earned happiness is the phrase mot juste here, which I think means the right word in French. Either that or it's a kind of pot roast. Okay, Joan, how can I help you, my dear?
A lot. I need to know where my housing is going. I'm on the brink of being homeless, and I need to know about my relationship.
Okay. I'm sorry you're in such a pickle. Take a deep breath, Joan. It's going to be okay. It is. What day is your birthday? I like to connect people through their birthdays.
July 13th.
Oh, sweetie. I'm giving you a virtual hug, okay? Huge hug. There's going to be some sort of subsidized housing that comes your way. I don't know if you've applied for I don't know if it's called Section 8 housing or subsidized housing in your area, but because
like
you were
my
going
apartment or being able to stay in my apartment.
What I'm getting is that you're going to, I don't know if where you're living is subsidized housing, but that's, if you have to leave, that's why. I'm not entirely sure you do have to leave. It feels to me like some friends and relatives are going to help you with the situation. Are you having difficulty with the landlord? Is that the problem?
No, he's working very well with me. My boyfriend wrote me a text message 2 weeks ago. He quit his job and left the state, and I'm on, limited income.
Oh, golly Moses. I am so sorry. What a piece of poop.
Yeah, that's not the relationship I was asking about either. But go ahead.
No, I should hope not.
This one did not start until after that one because he was just there. Go ahead. I'm not going to say too much.
That's okay. You can say whatever you want. It does. The landlord is working with you. It feels like it feels like some friends and relatives are going to come in and help you out in some way. They might loan you the money you need. It also feels like, are you in some position where you're either in a job that you're too good for,
No,
or
I'm in
you're
disability.
okay? That was my next question. Yeah. This is a lot. Um, I somehow do feel that you are going to be able to stay where you are. Um, I'm really sorry you're in this situation. But I feel like you're kind of proud and it's hard for you to ask for help. Is that correct? Joan, are you there? Joan, did I lose you?
I'm here. Sorry, I hit the mute button. I said I don't really have
Oh,
that many friends, and my family's all either passed or old and not doing well.
okay. It just
Reach out
feels
to
to me like,
agencies.
yeah, it feels to me like you're going to get some help here. It's a difficult situation. It's for some reason, I just feel like the cavalry is going to arrive in time and you're going to be okay. I also think that your landlord is going to work with you because you are disabled and you're also a really nice person. And you've done a nice job with the apartment. It looks
I
nice.
have.
Yeah. We are very good at stuff like that. Um, there are. I would reach out to. It feels like there's an agency that can help you right now too. You might try calling the disability place and ask if there's an emergency fund for situations like this. I think there is.
But
And
security disability.
yeah, call or ask. Do you have a social worker?
No.
Okay, it's time for you to get a social worker. Reach out to your county offices and tell them, and they still they haven't assigned you a social worker. Well, that sucks.
No.
Um, I'm sorry. I'm just not getting the feeling you're going to have to leave. I think that for some reason, I feel like there's going to be a last minute reprieve. Um,
Okay.
I really do. So sorry you're going through this. The guy
That
you're
and then the one
talking
who
about.
reached out to me. Yes, that.
What's that?
Between the two, I'm losing my mind. So between the two of it, I'm losing my mind. Because he reached out to me for my birthday, and we've been talking ever since, and he's like, been my, anyhow, go ahead. I'll let you talk.
No, I like it. I was going to say he's somebody from your past.
Yes.
I think he might help you too. I mean, you guys have a history, have a very nice history. He knows you from younger years. He's got very fond memories of you, and he's a good guy. So I think
Where are we going to go from here?
I think he's going to step in and help you, and I think he's going to be a good friend. And I think there's going to be a relationship here. He really does seem to care about you. He also seems to get you to understand that you're a lovely person no matter what you're going through, and
Am
that
I just scared
I
right
think
now, or
um, I was like this a couple of days ago, and a friend said, "Take a deep breath and turn it over to a higher power. Just know that you're going to be taken care of." When we get caught in that fear cycle, whether you believe in God or nature or a higher power, take a minute and just say, "I'm handing this over to my higher power to fix."
right?
It actually
And is Jim
it
just
actually
scared, or is
works.
he going to come around?
No, I don't think he's scared. I think he's a pretty stable guy. I
He's
think he's
backing
pretty
away, but
secure.
right, but
What's
he's
that?
backing away, and I said he's backing
He's
away, and
backing away?
yeah,
Um, I don't think he is backing away. I think fear is catching. So if you can manage to get a hold of your fear, even though I totally understand why you have it. I really do. But take a minute, and if you can hand the fear over to God as you understand God or a higher power, just take a minute and hand it over, because the evidence shows that you've always been, something always comes through for you at the last minute. And this is a terrible situation. But he's a good guy. He's secure. I think he does want to help you. Um, if if you can reach out to him without leaning on him too heavily, because I think
that's just it.
fear
Like putting too
scares.
much burden on him, being he just got sober and getting his life back. So I could be putting extra pressure on him that I don't mean to.
Um, Again, it's about handling your fear and knowing on some level that you are going to be okay. You're not going to be homeless. That's not going to happen. Um, I would stay in touch with him, but I would keep it a little lighter if possible. Um, people people do get scared when we're scared. So if there's a way that you can kind of breathe deeply and somehow get your, it's easy for me to say, but get your fear under control. I do think he wants to. I think he wants to spend time with you. I think he really likes you. I think he cares about you. And as I said, I think he sees you as who you really
Okay,
are underneath the sort of panic you're feeling. I just
right,
am not feeling like you're going to lose your home. I just don't. But try not to put too much pressure on him. Just if you can, just kind of see if you can
right.
find a way
Hey,
to
where you
laugh
going?
with him.
Yeah, where you? Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I can feel your panic. Take a really deep breath and then breathe out through your mouth like this, like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Do that 3 times. What that does is that'll help regulate your nervous system.
Right. Okay.
Breathe really deeply and then breathe out like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Just do that for me. Just do it once. You're
Okay.
going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
I hope so.
Um, you are. And I just don't think he's going anywhere. And
I hope not.
I don't see you moving.
But he started moving to me. He started meaning a lot to me right from the beginning because of our history and because he was there for me.
I think he wants to be here for you now, but I think what he wants is
Much pressure.
for you to, well, it's hard when somebody's panicking. It's hard to know what to do for them. So, um, I know you're reaching out to all available agencies. Um, I would
Okay.
I would like to see you get a social worker, because if you're on disability, usually that comes with it. You're put in contact with a social worker. If not,
Right.
call call the Department of Health. Um,
Okay.
they can, and ask to talk to social services. That's why
Okay.
that's why we pay taxes. So we have the Department of Health has a lot more services than people know about. My dad was health commissioner, and I grew up with that department. They have social workers who can work with you. Um,
That's the Department of
there's
Health.
no,
Okay.
yeah, reach out to the Department of Health. Um, I just feel that there is help available for you that you just don't know about. And I do think this
Okay.
guy really enjoys spending time with you. Do you have any kind of, do you have a church community, or do you have a kind of community you can reach out to?
I've reached out to a bunch of different agencies. I'm
Um,
still waiting for a lot of callbacks on them.
yeah, I understand that. Do you have a church you belong to, or is there a church you can go
No.
to and talk? There's no church in your
No, I don't.
area?
No,
Okay.
I lost my daughter
Uh,
7 years ago, so I don't really believe in that. He
oh,
took
I'm
my
so
baby girl and
sorry.
my mom 3 weeks later.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awful. I can't imagine what that's like. Um,
Yeah, I've been through
what?
enough. It's time for it to end.
Yeah, I understand that. What I can tell you is I really don't think that you're going to lose your apartment. I think you are going to get some help. And with this guy, um, I think he can help you out. I don't think he can wholesale rescue you because that's a lot, but I think that he does really care about you. And if he's backing away, it's just because when somebody is in full blown panic, people don't know how to handle it. So
Right.
I'm I'm going to put you, for what it's worth, I'm going to put you in my prayers and do reach out to the Department of Health and say you need a
I
social
will. I'll
worker,
do
you're
that tomorrow.
disabled. Yeah, and
Well, okay.
keep reaching out to the other agencies. I know that there's help there for you. I really do. And this guy's not
I hope
going
so.
anywhere.
I
I'm
hope not.
so sorry.
Okay.
I wish I could wave a magic wand and make it okay, but I can tell you that I really do think you're going to stay where you are. I'm actually not seeing you moving. So I think it's going to be okay. And your landlord is a good guy. He will work with you, and you've got more people on your side than you know. You really do. You have a lot more
All right.
people
I
who
hope
care about
so.
you. Okay. All right, sweetie. Reach out to me and let me know how it goes. Okay.
Okay. What? Through message?
Yeah. I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
My name is
Yeah.
Peri,
If you could say
Peri, Lyons,
ER. Okay.
Lyons. Okay. Let me know how you are.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right. Thank
sweetheart.
you.
Good luck. Okay. Bye
Bye.
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 Oh, sometimes I wish I could just reach through the phone and make everything okay for somebody. She is going to be okay, though. I know that. Um, we have Nicole in Winnipeg. I love Canadians and so many Canadian friends, especially Ontario. I love people from Ontario. So, how are you, my dear?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I went to New York City this weekend to go see a friend of mine has a band called the Habibi Kings, which is made up of Israelis and Palestinians making beautiful music together. So that really kind of gave me hope for mankind. So I'm doing great. Um, thank you
That's
for
awesome.
asking. Tell me what your birthday is. I like to connect people through their birthdays.
November 19th, 1992.
Oh, you're just a baby. I'm shoes older than you. Um, and you're a Scorpio. I love Scorpios. I'm a Pisces. We love you guys. How can I help you, my angel?
I was just wondering about my love life.
Yeah, I can see why. Do you mind if I ask? Do you like men, women, fluid,
Men.
llamas? Okay, good. It's funny because you're very attractive. You've got a lovely personality. You're very pretty. But your love life hasn't. You haven't had that as much luck as I'd like to see you have. Um,
Hmm.
and it feels like that's going to change. Um, are there a couple of people I can? It feels like I don't think you're in a long-term relationship right now. I think there's somebody you like. There, it almost feels like there's sort of two people around you. What's your situation?
Hmm. I kind of just broke up with the long-term guy.
Yeah, good
My
idea.
wife
He was a
kind
nurse.
of
Yeah.
seeing a new one.
Okay, that's why I'm getting two guys. You're still not quite over the long-term guy, but and that's hard. I think you still have feelings for him, but he wasn't right for you. I feel like he was kind of a narcissist. That in that he would sometimes kind of say things to devalue you. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Um, and what's that famous poem? When it began, I wanted you to be who you are. When it ended, I wanted you to be who you were. I feel like that kind of
Mhm.
applies to this situation.
Okay.
That he kind of didn't. There were some emotional promises he didn't kind of follow through on, and I feel like he changed in some way. Um,
Mhm.
I'm so, I'm sorry about that, but I don't think he was right for you. I like this new guy. Um,
Mhm.
there's also somebody else in your vicinity who I think really likes you, but you might not take it. He might be in the friend zone, but he's got kind of a thing for you. And why not? You're very cute. Um, is this new guy a little unattainable for some reason? Are you
I
there?
don't know. I guess a little. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Um, I like him. He feels kind of stable too. Um,
Mhm.
there's a female energy around him, so either he's just getting out of a relationship, or you might be slightly seeing somebody you don't know about.
Mhm.
But I don't
Yeah.
think
Like
it's
he
that
kind
serious.
of pulled away, so I haven't really spoke to him in a couple weeks. But I think it might be due to that.
Um, I think he's I think he's sort of dating around. Um,
Mhm.
it feels like if you give it a couple more weeks and don't be in contact with him, as my old friend E. Jean Carroll used to say, she was the advice columnist for Elle magazine. I asked her once when I was single, E. Jean, what is the best advice you have for dating? And she said, men are hunters, let them hunt. So
Mhm.
don't overproduce, don't be too available, don't reach out to him. Um, it feels to me like for some reason you're in a position where you do meet new people. Is that because of your social life or something you do in work? But you're not somebody who just stays at home. You
Yeah.
it feels like it feels
Makes
like you're
sense.
a little feels like you have the capacity to be a little more socially active.
Mhm.
Um, is there a way you can kind of go out with your friends, meet new
Oh
people?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, because I like this guy, but he feels a little unavailable right now for whatever reason. And
Mhm.
you're very sociable, you're very good at meeting people, and you're very good at connecting with people. Um, do you have like a good group of girlfriends that you go out with,
Yeah.
or you have? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, take advantage of that. Go out with them to a local place. Um,
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm getting a place where there's a pool table, which doesn't sound like. But I get the feeling you might meet somebody doing something like playing pool or doing some sort of activity. I don't think your new
Mhm.
guy has found you yet. Um,
Okay.
I think you're going to sort of date around for a couple months, but I think end of September, early October is when you're going to bump into somebody, maybe literally, who you really connect with, and he's pretty cute
Mhm.
too. Um, so give yourself a little time to see what's out there. Sometimes when we get out of a
Mhm.
long-term relationship, we want to jump into a new one immediately, but sometimes the
Mhm.
universe is telling you, and I'm telling you, to look around a
Yeah.
little, date around. You're young, you're attractive. The world is your oyster, as they used to say, which is kind of a weird expression, but there you go. Um,
Mhm.
the other thing is, this is going to because you are social and because you're popular. You have a lot of friends. Um,
Mhm.
let your friends know that you'd like to meet somebody. Because sometimes letting our
Okay.
friends uh, help us out, it does them a favor because they feel like they're helping. And it does
Mm-hmm.
us a favor because we can meet people who we know are safe and they're already like vetted, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice. I wouldn't put too many eggs in the basket of this guy. He is going to come back around, but I
Yeah.
would keep looking around. Um,
Okay.
you're so young and you have everything going for you. So don't settle right now. You're
Mm-hmm.
also in a place of sort of good luck in your love life. So when you go out, you've got this kind of aura around you that is going to sort of have available guys talking to you. So just know that and trust that,
Mm-hmm.
and get your girls to take you out and get your friends to hook you up because you're a catch, and they'd be
Mm-hmm.
doing their friends a favor. I hear a little doubt in your voice, but you are a catch. You're
Thank you.
No, you really are. And you help your friends out all the time. So it's time for them
Mm-hmm.
to reciprocate a little. Do you mind if I ask, you have
Yeah.
kids?
Sure.
You have two kids?
I have one.
Okay. Well, it looks like I see prospect of another kid. So it looks like you are going to be in a long-term relationship. I think you're going to get
Mm-hmm.
married. I don't think it's till 2026, but by this time next year, you're going to be in a pretty serious relationship with somebody who's good for you. I really see that, and I want that for you because you thrive in stability.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you're out of that other relationship. I don't
Me
think he
too.
was good enough for you. Yeah. All right, girl, go out and slay.
Honestly, I've heard that over and over.
Yeah, and I'm
Like, even
I'm
random
telling you.
strangers will come up like, no, he does not deserve you.
Well, I'm a random stranger, and I'm telling you, you got much better stuff coming up. All right, my angel. Love you, and the color looks great on you.